Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
We're celebrating 10 years of the Brooksie Way, and with us are a couple of guys who've been making it happen from pretty much the beginning. Greg Judici, is that right?
Yes, it is. Greg Gaitis. Yes.
Oh, okay. And Paul Coughlin, you've been involved pretty much since the beginning.
Well, yeah, Greg and I have both been in from day one.
From day one?
Day one, yeah. Well, before day one, actually. About a year before day one. It took a year and a half of planning before we got the first race off the ground. And we were there from the beginning.
Can you imagine that it's grown as much as it has? No, we're really pleased and surprised that it's continued to grow year over year. So each year our numbers get bigger, which is really bucking the trend. You know, we're hearing overall road races overall are down 20% nationally. The Brooksies continue to be able to grow or hold flat. So we're very pleased. This year, again, as our 10-year anniversary, we have 115 runners that have run all 10 races. So we're very excited about that. And they're here with us this evening. So I think that speaks to the testimony of the course and the entertainment and just how well the race is run.
That's a lot.
Set the course, of course.
A little bias, of course.
Well, we just talked to one of them who was here for the very first one, and
yeah.
he was talking about how much he liked the course. But in the meantime, you've added a 10K and a 5K, and that made a difference too.
It did, made a difference for sure, as well as adding a kids race on Saturday. But originally we had a 5K and a half, and then we felt that we needed that 10K in the middle. We needed those stepping stones to take you up to a half. The original idea behind the race that Brooks had in his mind was to get the county moving up and active, and we'd like to see them eventually get up to that distance of a half marathon, but we've got to graduate them that way, 5K, 10K, then the half.
And it's a good way to get people involved beyond what some people consider the kind of baby 5K.
No question about it. Yep.
One of the things that was really interesting was before this race, there was no high-profile race in Oakland County, and this has become it, I think.
That's correct. As Paul alluded to, Brooks and I had a conversation over breakfast one day about bringing a world-class race to Oakland County, and a year later, he announced it at his State of the County, and then he called together Paul and myself and a few other folks to really start to plan it. To use Brooks's line, his thought was, you get 300 of your favorite friends in the field and you shoot a gun, and that's how it happens. And but we all know that it takes much more than that. It truly takes a village to build a village, and that's what we have on race day. So it's been real nice to see it grow and continue to prosper. And another nice piece of the Brooksie Way is each year we give away about $25,000 to $30,000 in mini grants. So we put money back into the community for health and fitness activities. So any 501c3 is eligible to apply for a mini grant, and those are up to $2,500. And this year, our 10th year, we're celebrating that we have invested over $200,000 back into the community for health and wellness and fitness. So we're very excited about that.
Oh, and it's always fun to see what those individual outfits are that get the grants. They're so different. Tell us about a couple of them.
Oh gosh, there's been, over the years, there's been so many of them. Greg, you got to help me out with this one. We've gone, from YMCA's, we've done Girls on the Run, we've done,
horseback riding,
yeah, exactly.
with disabled children, lots of yoga classes for elderly as well as children with disabilities. So we look for opportunities that are unique, not to invest in something that it's a very big expensive event and we're just a small piece of it, but where our money can make an impact. We'll buy yoga equipment and things like that. So it's really made an impact far-reaching within the county itself, not just here in Rochester and Rochester Hills. And that's really the intent, is to improve the health and wellness of Oakland County in general.
From everything I've seen, I would have to say that it's met that particular purpose and a whole lot more, really, because it's brought so many other people from outside Oakland County to see what's cool here, and there's a lot.
It's true. We originally, I think our core was certainly Rochester Hills, and we're expanding out as much into Oakland County and even Macomb County as we can. I do really see this thing as a Southeast Michigan event versus just an Oakland County event.
Yeah, I think when we look at our breakdown, it's really all three local counties, Oakland, Macomb, Wayne, and we're starting to draw from more of the middle and western part of the state. I think last year, Paul, didn't we have something like a half a dozen states represented? Folks from different states that have come to run the Brooksie. And the Brooksie was actually named by, I think it was Runner's World magazine, as one of the top 10 most beautiful courses in the country, because we utilize the city, the suburbs, trails. So it has a lot to offer in that respect for a runner's point of view.
I think the Paint Creek Trail itself has been one of the big attractions.
No doubt about it. We use the Paint Creek Trail and we use the Clinton River Trail as well. And we also couldn't do this without Oakland University. We start and finish the race up on their campus, which is gorgeous. Run it through beautiful Rochester Hills, beautiful downtown Rochester, and then in between use those trails. And I think we deserve that ranking. It's a beautiful course.
Well, I think we should talk about L. Brooks Patterson and the way the Brooksie Way got its name. Want to take that one?
Well, originally, Greg and I, when we met on this, we didn't have a name. We called it the Oakland Half Marathon. We just didn't have a name. But we were meeting for over a year and a half before the first race came, and after Brooks had announced that he wanted to put this on, unfortunately, very shortly after that, his son passed away. Brooksie passed away in a tragic accident. Well, at that funeral, a eulogy given for Brooksie by one of his best friends suggested that we all go out and do things the Brooksie way. Brooksie did it all out when he did it. He did everything all out. He told his dad he wanted to run this race. I'm sure he would have. I'm sure he would have done well. And it just made sense to us. The course has babbling brooks all throughout. It's a course that's a little challenging, so you've got to kind of give it your all. And it just made sense to call it the Brooksie Way. And it was also our honor to do so.
And I think it's really worked, and I also think L. Brooks Patterson himself has had quite a saga over these 10 years, and he's stuck with it all the way and really helped out with resources from the county.
Oh, he certainly has. I mean, in the early years, we were very dependent upon the county for resources as well. Since then, the Brooksie Way is its own 501c3, so we're a nonprofit organization. And so we've been able to start to bring those resources in and use less county resources as our own entity. But certainly in the beginning, we couldn't have done it without the county and Brooks's help, and certainly his influence in the county from a sponsorship standpoint. The Brooksie Way is completely funded by sponsor fees as well as race participant fees. So we really need the community to come alongside us, and this truly is a community event. One of the things that you won't see at the Brooksie Way is you won't see paid runners from other parts of the world. This is an every person's run. This is truly, the couch runner. Get off the couch and get healthy. Our demographics are they're about 70% women. And when we look at the age demographic, women 35 to 50. So it really fits our community, and it's the nature of what we want to build, right? We want to improve health and wellness, and we're not interested in paying runners from other parts of the world to run the Brooksie Way.
Come on, guys, it's a good way to meet women.
It's a great ratio.
So all you single guys out there, next year you got to run the Brooksie Way, and who knows, you might find your spouse.
We have had one of those. We had a proposal at the finish line, and they may be here tonight.
In fact, Leo Foley and Leah Charles, originally, we saw the proposal.
Yeah.
She's now Leah Foley, and each of them have won this race more than once.
Yes, they both won the men and women's race, so it's
Just got word the other day they'll both be back, so they will both be here Sunday because they were able to get a setter for the little guy. So.
Yeah, I think saw her when he was running his first race. She was pushing the stroller.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that's just one fun thing that people are going to see Sunday, September 24th, at the 10th Brooksie Way half marathon, 10K and 5K. Thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Greg.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.